Hey, my wonderful Scorpios, my fellow Scorps. Let's connect here and see what's happening in September in the area of love for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know some of you are Venus or you like to check your Venus, so this applies to you as well. Those of you who are not Scorpios and you're intruders spying on a Scorpio, you're welcome to hang out and watch. I still love you. But keep in mind, guys, that I do cross-watcher videos specifically for people who are curious about a sign different from theirs. The August ones are already up, obviously. September will be up in the next few days. So if you haven't already hit that subscribe and notification, do so, and you'll get a notice when the September cross-watcher videos are up and ready for you to watch. All right, here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after we look at the messages in this deck, I'm gonna pull a love message from a different, really beautiful deck for you guys. Scorpio, look, it's us. We're here in our reading. Queen of Cups, water sign, okay? So this could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Queen of Cups can indicate for some of you that you're having a significant connection or a significant soulmate who is a fellow water sign, or it could just be indicating that you need to connect with all of those lovely, wonderful water sign elements within yourself. We're coming up on Scorpio season, not too far away. I know well, I mean, it's still, I mean, next month, right? Like we still got a bit, but, and at the end of the month at that, or towards the end of the month at that. But this time of year is we're heading into fall. I don't know about you guys. You'll have to tell me in the comments for my fellow Scorpios. Something about when fall starts setting in or we start heading into the fall, I go really deep into my emotions. I go really deep into my feelings. I mean, Scorpio, we're already pretty deep when it comes to feelings as it is. Like, we go to very deep layers. But I feel that Scorpio, what this Queen of Cups is saying is that a lot of us Scorpios for September, we're going to be deep in our feelings. We're going to be deep, 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 like down into the depths of our emotions. And some of you are going to have a lot of intuitive guidance coming your way about your love life, okay? Because I feel like there's things happening in your love life that are directly connected to your life purpose or path, or that are having to do with things that you're supposed to heal or learn in this life. For some of you, this is where you're kind of going and you're undoing all of the knots of the karmic cords and things that maybe you haven't been able to cut. If you've had a karmic cord that you just have not been able to cut, or somebody keeps kind of, you know, reattaching to you, I'm getting the sense or the feeling that you're going to be able to cut this out in September. Once and for all, I'm hearing. Once and for all. Like, this is it. You're going to finally be able to undo that karmic tie. Queen of Cups also to me is very much wifey, mothered kind of energy. So some of you are either, if you're looking for a wife and a mother of your children, you may be manifesting that or aligning that in September. If you would like to be a wife and a mother, then you may be stepping into that kind of energy, that kind of vibe, that kind of flow in September, where you're going to be able to manifest that. But a deeper meaning of Queen of Cups for me is Queen of Cups is so busy going around taking care of everybody else, filling up that cup and nurturing everybody with it and giving everybody else advice, and busy with her projects and busy with her career and busy making money and taking care of everybody and helping everybody and giving where she can. She forgets to take care of herself. She forgets to drink from that cup herself. So I feel like this is saying, Scorpio, you need to make self-care a priority for you in your love life, because if you don't, those of you who are dating, or those of you who are coupled or in a relationship, your emotions may be on edge. We already know, we already have a feeling, we already have a sense that some of you Scorpios are really going into the super deep places emotionally. And if you're not rested, ooh, you know, the wrath of the Scorpio may arise Forgive the sounds here as I'm lighting a new candle. Or just, you know, miscommunications or things can get blown out of proportion. So the message that's coming in for you, Scorpio, is that you need to make sure you're rested. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because if you don't, it may cause unnecessary drama in your love life. Please make a note of this, okay? Especially if you're in a relationship, right? Somebody might say something and they don't mean anything by it, but you're tired, you're exhausted, you're processing these heavy feelings. And you might just be like, what's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be that we're a little touchy in September. So be sure that you are getting enough rest. Please make sure you're getting enough rest. I also feel, Scorpio, that you're feeling elevated in September. I feel like somebody maybe made you feel like put you down. Maybe somebody was chasing after your partner. Or maybe somebody like your partner's friends or family were putting you down, or you just weren't feeling good about yourself. But I'm feeling there's this feeling of like you're straightening your crown and you're sitting on your throne, like you're taking back your power. You're not letting it pull you down. And that might be what you're processing emotionally, is just kind of reminding yourself of your self-worth and reminding yourself that you deserve to be loved and you deserve to be in a committed, loving relationship and all of that wonderful stuff. The next thing here, we have Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles is a wonderful, happy card. It's talking about new opportunities, new energies that are coming in. Sometimes it could mean that there's a new job coming your way and you might be meeting your soulmate or a new love through your new job or through some kind of business venture. But those of you who watch my readings, you may have already heard me say this from before. Anytime I see Ace of Pentacles, it's telling me that you're about to break through a really massive block. You're about to break through something very, very significant that's been holding you back in your love life up until now. All right, my dear, so I had to pause there. My phone was overheating like crazy, and I'm trying to cool it down so I don't lose the video here. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles is basically gonna say in my readings that you're overcoming a massive block, something that's been holding you back and something that's been keeping you from being able to have a successful love life, whether it's a generational curse that's been following you around or some kind of cord or attachment. Some of you may be heard me in the beginning saying, oh my gosh, yeah, I know there's this cord and I can't cut it. Oh man, I wish that applied to me. You know, Amethyst is here saying I'm going to finally get to cut this cord in September. Oh, there's no way out of this. I've tried it before. Well, Ace of Pentacles is coming up as confirmation that you are going to cut that cord once and for all. You are going to be done with that energy. It's not going to be able to latch in and to hold you back anymore. I feel for those of you where you feel like you've had this bad luck, where someone or something kept getting in the way of your love life, it was done as a protection for you. Okay? And let me explain. I had a client, I believe she's in India. I think this is an Indian expression, but she used an expression that really blew my mind. I thought it was a perfect way of describing the situation. She said, it seems every time before I bite the fruit, right when I'm about to bite the fruit, it falls from my hand. So I feel some of you have kind of had that energy, like in your love life, there's been so many close calls, or there's been, several people that you're like, this is it, this is my person. And it just kind of falls apart or it unravels. And it could be that there was some karma stuff getting in the way. A karmic soulmate cord that has corded you, a generational curse, something of that nature. But I feel that Spirit allowed it because it wasn't time for you yet to align with a certain person or a certain relationship. So even though this was something that maybe energetically was meant to be parasitic against you or to keep you from moving on, it kept you from entering into a permanent relationship with the wrong person or at the wrong time. Because let's face it, Scorpio, People can talk all kinds of crap about us as much as they want. But when we commit to someone, like when we choose somebody and we say, this is my person, like that is it. We are very, very loyal. We will stick with someone till the end. And Spirit knows that about you and knows that about your heart and was like, well, no, I can't let Scorpio go and give all this intense Scorpio love and never-ending commitment in this situation. So, you know what? Like, whatever this person is doing to block them from moving on, it's going to be beneficial right now. For right now, we'll allow it. And then when the time comes in, like, you know, this will be cleared, this will be lifted, this will be done. So that's the energy and the feeling that I'm getting there, Scorpio, that a lot of you are finally going to be able to break out of like a significant past life block or a significant kind of like generational thing, or just some karma that somebody's been attaching and you've been having a hard time opening up to love. It makes me think of, again, and I don't mean to get all like preacher on you guys, but there's a scripture in the Bible, there's an account where some people sent a warlock to curse one of God's prophets. Balaam, I guess the guy's name was Balaam. He came and he put a curse on God's prophet. But the verse says that God did not listen to Balaam because God loves you and God turned the curse into a blessing. So wherever you feel like it's been bad luck, it's been a blessing for you. And I feel in September, things are going to start unraveling where you're going to see it was a blessing. So if you have someone that you feel like, man, I wish things would have worked out with that person, or, oh, hey, there's the one that got away, some truths are going to be revealed or things are going to come up to give you confirmation of why that was not the right person for you. So I do feel like you're going to see, wow, I was really protected. I was protected from that situation. I was protected from that kind of thing, or I was protected from ending up with the wrong person. So I do feel that you're going to receive reassurance in that way also, Scorpio, in the month of September. We've got 9 of Swords showing up. So I do feel there's some new love coming in, or the possibility of new love, and you might be kind of backtracking because it's freaking you out, right? There's all these past experiences. What if it doesn't work out? What if it's another false alarm? What if I put my heart out there and I just get devastated again? Or, you know, if you're in a relationship, you know, what if all the things that could potentially go wrong in this relationship, you know, you might be watching 100 different tarot readers on YouTube trying to figure out, you know, is your partner faithful to you? Is this relationship gonna last? Are you guys gonna stay together? You have to keep something in mind if you're doing this. If you're one of the people who are doing this, there's a couple of things you need to keep in mind. Number one, these readings are general readings. So there's gonna be parts that resonate and parts that don't. Number two, if we keep stressing out about something, or if we keep accusing somebody of doing something, or if we keep searching for proof that something is wrong, we're going to create that situation in our life. That doesn't mean that you should just have a very naive, overly positive view of the world and just be like, la, 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 everything's okay, nothing bad is ever going to happen, and, you know, ignore all these red flags. That doesn't mean that. I mean, you got somebody, they're coming home with phone numbers in their pocket and lipstick on their collar and people showing up at the house looking for them like that. Okay, all right, that's pretty much, you got some red flags. But if you don't have real red flags, and if it's just coming from a place of fear, and you're constantly worrying about it, and you're constantly freaking out about it, and you're what if, you begin putting that out into the universe, you begin creating this. So Scorpio, what Spirit is saying, take the necessary precautions that make you feel safe or make you feel protected in this situation. That which is outside of your control and that which is outside of your hands, surrender it to the higher power. Surrender it to God. Maybe if it's something new or you feel like something is being kept from you, then, you know, instead of freaking out about it, just, you know, put that up in prayer and meditation and just say, you know, if there's something I need to know about this relationship, if this person is being untruthful or dishonest, or if this person is not the right person for me, then please reveal it to me now. Please reveal it to me now before my feelings get invested, or before there's any further harm. Please reveal anything I need to know about this person. I can tell you, for me personally, anytime I've done that, the truth has come out, to the extent where sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I want to offer up that prayer. You know, I do read for people, but it's very hard for me to read for myself. It's very hard for me to read for myself. So that's something I take up to my angels. Is there something I'm not seeing here? Is there something I need to know? So, you know, take that up in prayer and then just surrender it. Don't spend this time in anxiety or worry over it. This Nine of Swords, for some of you, is you're way too much criticizing yourself, or you're thinking of, oh, this person's going to change their mind about me. This person's going to look over and decide they don't want me anymore. Because sometimes with the Nine of Swords, it could be a lot of like ways in which you're judging yourself. Some of you have felt like love isn't safe because maybe in your previous love relationships, you've been with partners who've made you feel very judged. But this is the time to release these things and to let them go, and to place your focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. Because a lot of the things you're worried about may not even happen. Even though you may be worried about things that are possible, that doesn't mean they're actually going to occur. Next, we have King of Cups. Oh my God, Scorpio, look. Look, 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 look. We had Queen of Cups and now we have King of Cups. So it's pretty safe to say September is a time when you are matching up with a perfect match. This might be why you have anxiety. You might be like, whoa, like, can I really trust this? This person's really, really, really just kind of fitting in with what, you know, who I am and how my life is and where I'm headed and what I'm looking for. It may feel like an absolutely, completely, and totally perfect match here. And that could be freaking you out a bit. But this is the same idea. There's like a perfect soulmate connection coming in. There's like marriage material here coming in, right? You are aligning with that commitment energy, or that equal. Someone who is an equal to you, someone that you see as an equal to you, they see you as an equal to them. You guys see things the same way. You're on the same page. For those of you who have felt very unconventional in your life, or you felt like, oh, I'm too kooky, or I'm too out there, you know, I'm just too much for some people, you are meeting your match. You're meeting someone that sees your vision, that understands where you're headed, and they are on board. They are like, let's make this happen. Furthermore, what I really love about this card, remember how I was saying the Queen of Cups gives too much and she forgets to take care of herself? The King of Cups already learned that lesson. King of Cups learned that mess a long time ago. And that's why now he's very cautious. He can be very generous. He can be very loving. He can just shower you with, you know, amazing blessings. But he's learned to be cautious, and he's learned that some people might come and try to make him feel sorry for them, and they don't deserve his pity or his time or his generosity because they might not have the right motives, or they may be too much in that victim mentality or mindset. So he's cautious. He doesn't just go giving freely to just anybody anymore. Okay, but in the right situation, he is very nurturing, very loving, very generous, very giving. And Queen of Cups doesn't do enough for herself. You know, she's always giving to somebody else. So now these two givers have finally found each other. And hopefully this King of Cups can teach Queen of Cups, hey, you know, you don't have to put out every fire. You don't have to rescue every puppy. You don't have to, you know, step into every situation. It's okay for you to sit back and to take care of yourself. What can I do for you? What can I give you? And, you know, King of Cups, he's been very cautious because he has a lot of takers in his life. He finally has a giver with that queen. He finally has that Queen of Cups who's going to come in and give right back to him. Oh, I appreciate so much everything you do for me. Let me show you how much I appreciate appreciate you. So it's this relationship where it's two people giving to each other. And for some of you Scorpios, you've never experienced this before in your life. Hence the anxiety. Like, what's going on? Are there hidden cameras somewhere? No, you can trust this. It's coming in. So even for some of you, you're with this person in September. You're meeting this person in September. For some of you, you're stepping into the energy where it may manifest shortly after. It may come in around October or November for some of you, but you're stepping into this energy where you are calling in your match. Your next card here, Scorpio, is Four of Swords. So, Four of Swords is a time of rest. Four of Swords is a time of kind of having, you know, Four of Swords for me is the card that comes up when somebody is emotionally and mentally exhausted. I feel like what's happening, Scorpio, you're tired. You know, Scorpios have been through a lot. I feel like you're meeting this person, you really like them, they really like you, but I feel like there's some anxiety. I feel like you're exhausted with other things that are happening in your life, and you're doing a lot of clearing, and you're aware that you're doing a lot of clearing right now. So I feel with the Four of Swords, you're just kind of wanting to take things really slow. You may not be letting this person in right away, or you might just be like, I need a little bit more time. I need a little bit more time. So you all may be connecting in September, but this might not become a relationship until, like I said, October, November, December, maybe for some of you. But there's just this like, I need to prepare for this. I feel, Scorpio, a lot of you are very caught off guard because let's face it, Scorpios can... You know, Scorpios are very selective who they're with. Scorpios have a reputation of being, you know, very promiscuous or very sexual. But the truth of it is a Scorpio is not like that with just anybody. Scorpio has to feel connected. But sometimes some Scorpios go through patterns where they don't find that emotional connection of like somebody they can see long term, but they'll feel a very intense soulmate, passion, karmic connection with somebody that they fall into, even though their better judgment might tell them this is not a good idea. And you may have gotten used to that. You may have been like, okay, here's this intense connection with this person. I know this game. I know this routine. I've been there before. I'm going to be super cautious. I'm going to keep in mind this is probably something karmic, and it's easier for you to go into that because you're used to it. But now that somebody's coming in and like this is real, this is like a real connection, right? And this is somebody that you actually want, whereas maybe in the past you've had people chasing after you that they wanted you, but you were like, you were not sure or you were not feeling it. But here now, like this is somebody that you actually want, and you actually see this could actually be something real. I feel like you were like, I need a moment. I need a moment to take this in. I need a moment to prepare for this. I feel like you're meeting your person when you least expect it. That's what I feel like is happening. So either it's happening in September, or Spirit is saying you're about to meet this person. So use September to get ready. Get all the cobwebs out the corner. Get all the clearing done. Rest. Have faith. Believe in yourself. Clear the blockages because you're about to meet your match. You're about to meet your match. It's coming. And so it's time for you to get ready for that. To rest. To pray. To meditate. To heal. You know, because when this person comes in, they're coming in ready. We're not talking about the on again, off again love story. We're not talking about the, oh, I think I love you, I don't know, the hot, cold, in and out kind of BS. We're not talking about that. This person is showing up ready. You're about to meet your match. So prepare for it. Let's go ahead and check out your spirit message from this other beautiful deck here. And as always, those of you who are really into the different card decks, as am I always have it listed for you. So you can check out the link in the description of the video if you want to go check out the cards, if you want to pick them up for yourselves. I think this deck here is perfect for learning to read intuitively. Those of you who watch my channel, you know I read intuitively. I look at the cards and see what pictures are jumping out at me. And I take the symbols from that, and I take messages from that. And so I invite you to do the same. Maybe take a screenshot of this card. Maybe, you know, pause it, take a look at it. What colors are jumping out at you? What visuals are jumping out at you? What is it saying to you? And go from there. And then we'll read the message on the back. So the butterflies, immediately, you're going through a significant transformation. We talked about that. You had that Ace of Pentacles. You're releasing, you're letting go. It's a really massive time. The roses are coming. You know, this true love is blooming. The angels are around you. All of those angel wings, they're guiding you. This cherub is guiding you to love. This cherub also, to me, feels like the inner child. This may be a really good time to do some inner child work and to do some clearing so that that stuff doesn't get in the way. I also feel, see what these two loves also like being set ablaze. I also feel, Scorpio, those of you who thought you weren't going to have kids or you had given up on the idea of kids, there might be something coming your way in terms of actually physically having children, or adopting for some of you, or having a hand in raising a child that is very much going to feel to be your own. I'm just getting that feeling or that sense. I think the holdup has been for some of you clearing out some childhood stuff, or, you know, doing some inner child work before you could really fully be ready for that. But I'm getting that sense or that feeling here as well. Playfulness also with that childlike thing, playfulness. So I just feel like somebody's coming in where that softer, more playful side of you can come out. So the card message here we have is loves. Learn what love is. Find someone with whom you want nothing less than to spend life together. To achieve this, you'll know your love is real and true when making love means something new. When holding hands or sharing hugs can satisfy your need for love. Until you both feel this is true, it's just romance, not love for you. So remember how I was saying Scorpios can really fall into the pattern of having these intense, passionate connections, but it doesn't end up being a life partner, or it doesn't end up being that true emotional intimacy that Scorpios look for or that they're hungry for. So this is it. For some of you, this person's coming in, and that Four of Swords for you is like, you're like, I'm not jumping into the bedroom until I'm sure about this one. And you're kind of taking control of your physical, you know, needs or desires or wants. You're keeping a little bit of a separation, and you're making sure this is the right person for you, because you might feel in the beginning, this is too good to be true. I have to, you know, like vet this person out first. I got to make sure that this person is who I think they are. But again, Scorpio, I really feel like, you know, this is an emotional connection. You're feeling the emotional connection before the chemistry and the fire. I mean, that's going to come up. That's going to be there. But you're taking things slow in terms of the bedroom, okay, with this person. And I think this person's respecting of this, and they're going to value and appreciate that about you as well. Okay, check out your moon sign and rising sign video. Check out your Venus if you haven't already. Those of you who would like a private reading, obviously, I'm more than happy to do that for you. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, it will take you to the online scheduling calendar. And don't forget to watch the weekly forecasts, guys. Every single week I do a forecast for each zodiac sign about career, money, family, all the other important things. And then once a month I do love, and once a month I do cross watchers. So make sure you watch the weekly forecasts as well. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I am wishing you a fabulous September.